Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Dear devotees, Vrindavaneshwari Devirasi, Rupanuga Prabhu Ananda Sundari Devirasi, and Madhavi Devirasi, all big welcomes, and at the farm Advitya Devirasi and Leela Moy Prabhu. So, just trying to
Dhanad
say,
Gurudev, just
yes.
to let you know, I think we had a problem with the Facebook. I cannot live stream on Facebook. I don't know why, but I'm just recording. Then I'm going to let Praneshwari Didi know about that. Then we can put them on Facebook later or the other day. I don't know. We are recording. Just to let you know.
Okay. I also don't know here how to do Facebook. Anyway, my experience with Facebook is they keep changing kind of how you get in or this, that, and the other. So
Yes.
anyway, I don't really have any comment. I'm not experienced there. But yes, so we're recording. And so on Facebook, no doubt, in due course of time, devotees will either see or hear the recording. So we're here happily with all of you and our Facebook audience, our recorded audience, both on Facebook and here. And today is, somebody mentioned, oh, Marianne, happy solstice. First time I've been welcomed with a happy solstice. Okay, very good. Happy solstice. So some of you may have some deep relevance to that, but actually I haven't really heard much in that regard. But the junctions of day and night, of the sun going up, the sun coming down, the junction of night and day, then these we know they're given particular attention for our times of chanting Gayatri in particular. And the solstice, I know there are various traditions in the world which give some attention, but I've not heard anything in all my time for our tradition. Not that I can remember, and certainly, no, I mean, I really can't remember something. I don't think even there's something that I've forgotten about the solstice. I just don't think I've actually had something there before. Certainly in the mat, it's not considered. But Amavasya, Srila Gurudev would point out Amavasya because it's the day Srila Guru Maharaj disappeared from the world. And Amavasya means the dark moon day. So it's the day Srila Guru Maharaj disappeared from the world. And for quite some time, Srila Gurudev ordered means, affectionately gave instruction that on Amavasya, the dark moon day, there'll be some extra prasadam, some extra preparations in remembrance of Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance. And we have Jivana, Nahush, and Axel. We'll see who is Axel waiting in the waiting room. Hare Krishna. All right. Well, it is 1 week today will be Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj's appearance day. Appearance day means, we would say, normally in the Western world, birthday, the day he appeared in the world. But with the Vaishnavas, then we consider the expression of appearance and disappearance as the appropriate terms to use for for the pure souls, and especially for our masters. They appeared in the world, disappeared from the world. And Srila Gurudev's appearance day, Srila Govinda Maharaj's appearance day is 1 day today, 1 week from today. Okay, we're in the not remote side of the Western Hemisphere. We're in the European and eastward side of the Western of the world, which means today is the 21st of December. So 28th is Srila Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. And solstice, I do not know, except it is a reminder, just like the New Year's Day is a reminder of another year past and another year beginning. And in India, then we seem to have a lot of New Years because there are different calculations of the years and New Years. And for us, Gaura Purnima is a new year. And of course, 1st of January is a new year. There's the Bengali New Year. There are different New Years which get celebrated. And in one sense, then the solstice will be the new year, that now the sun is passing up from midsummer for those of you in the southern hemisphere, the Brazilian section and the Australian and Kiwi section. Kiwi means New Zealand, but I think the New Zealand representative is right here in Vila Govinda Ashram, saying he'll be here. Maybe he'll arrive soon from upstairs or come down to Gurudev's room. So at least on the solstice, as today, we can consider a year past, a year to come. But every day we must try to take in that mood of the urgency of Krishna consciousness. All right. And we're happy to see each of you who are here and each of you who will be with us in the recorded version and on Facebook presently. So, are you sure this is being recorded? Yes, I see
Yes, it is. On cloud.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, to record the devotees and record Hari Katha is very good. Whether to record me or not is another matter. Certainly, I feel I speak the most valuable things when we are reading the talks, reading the books of Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, our masters. There I can think, okay, what we are saying, really it is substantial, it is coming from them. So let us begin today with a verse from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, which gives us our all-auspicious, all-encompassing invocation. And that invocation is Vandeham, this verse. So as we do, let us start in this way. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangs Cha Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Godatvije Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Govinda Govinda. And Ishwarananda Prabhu, I see you've joined us, and I saw just 30 seconds before the beginning of our Zoom today that you sent me a little video. I shall see that presently, and in the meantime, please know that I'm here. And we are very happily side by side in the assembly of Vaishnavas today. So I'll see that soon, Ishwarananda Prabhu. All right. So, dear devotees, let us begin today with Jivana Devirasi, because she selected an audio recording of Srila Gurudev. Oh, lots of devotees have joined in the last few minutes. Okay, to all of you, one by one, my obeisances to each of you. Good to see your names and good to see your forms as far as we are able to from this side of the world. And good to see each of you one by one who've joined us in the meantime. So Jivana here is with us, and Jivana, she pointed out an audio, a recording of Srila Guru Maharaj from the 3rd of March, 1982. And we are all keen to share things from that recording. And we did mention, and I know now must be 1 week ago or maybe the time before that, we did mention and encourage everyone, please watch this video, listen to the audio, please try to become familiar with this recording, and then we can discuss some things or hear some things. So perhaps we can start with Jivana, and she can maybe shed a little light or a little focus on some part of the talk. She's got the notes in front of her. I also can happily share an excerpt or two, but the excerpt means I don't have it transcribed in front of me, but we have the audio and we can hear a little bit. But I would like to hear, let us invite Jivana Devirasi, first of all, in regard to this audio, or as you wish to share Jivana Devi, of course, unlimited, you are not limited. So here is Jivana Devirasi, unlimited. Okay.
It's like how Guru Maharaj and Gurudev say we live under the open sky. The possibilities are always infinite. We sometimes feel like we're stuck in a little box, but we are so not stuck in a box. And Guru Maharaj was saying about that in another video that we were watching last week, about how our basis is consciousness, that we're conscious, we're not these bodies, we're conscious living entities, and our basis is in the consciousness world. And just like the sun has the sun rays, and the sun rays are going everywhere, but they are not of this world, they are from the sun. I thought that was a really powerful analogy. God, they're always so good with the analogies. But let's see that video. Okay, we can just, I can't remember which part I might have gone through last time, which one it is. And I saw, Marian, that you had wanted to get the link. I can WhatsApp it to you, but because I'm on an iPad here and I do most of my stuff on an Android, I just haven't quite made that transition very well.
I actually got it this morning from Leela Moy.
Leela Moy. He's just so together.
Perhaps Leela Moy Prabhu can put here in the chat box again so that everyone can carefully copy and save the link.
Yes.
Kindly. Yes, Jivana.
Let's see, if I already read this last time, just let me know and I can skip to another part, because it was, it's a little bit of a longer lecture, so I only did part of it last time. But I think I read, did we talk about the part where he talked about optimism? He said optimism is the environment must be good for us under the guidance of the absolute, and we must meet with that same attitude, optimism. From my part, no pessimism should be encouraged. Tate nu kampam sushamik samano. Whatever undesirability we find within me, that is due to my previous maladjusted activity. And this is the best policy by which we can finish the undesirability within us. By non-encouragement of that pessimism, that attitude which cannot help me in the adjustment with the circumstance, that element must not be encouraged in me. So when we feel that feeling of pessimism and kind of hopelessness, we have to remember that's just That's Maya. That's not real. And I shouldn't encourage that. I'm going to try to work against it. Sometimes you can catch yourself, you know, when you're thinking, kind of feel like you're thinking the wrong way, and you can catch yourself and go, oh, I heard Guru Maharaj say pessimism. Don't be pessimistic. That is not right. Optimism is our goal, and optimism is our world. So Atma Kritam Vipakam, that should be considered the actual result of my previous undesirable activities. The remnant must vanish as soon as possible. And the best way is to discourage that anomaly within me. That anomaly cannot make me adjust with the most trying circumstances, whatever. And then he gives the example. He says, like a general endowed with a special capacity, he can devise ways and means if he is surrounded by the enemy forces in any environment. He can make out the way for his own. There lies the specialty in the general. So in this way, however we are surrounded, we think by the enemy force, the tactics given, the lessons given by the Bhagavad, be friendly, and then you will find that some immediate real help is coming to you. Don't be discouraged. And Maharaj, I'm thinking when he's saying be friendly, he's saying we should be friendly with our environment. We don't want to blame our environment or say that our environment is wrong and it's bad for us or whatever. We want to be friendly with it and realize it's come to help us with particular anomalies that we have, particular pessimistic or just, I mean, like in my case, an ocean, like, where do I start? But the environment that we're in is here to actually help us adjust. And like he says here, says very quickly, we will find that we will get relief from them. So that is very hopeful from Guru Maharaj. And he says, your sacrifice won't be wasted. So don't think that, oh, I'm trying to do this and that and for whatever. It will not be wasted. The final dispenser, he is my friend. The final decision is in his hand. He is my friend. So I shouldn't be afraid of anything. Go with the sense of my duty consciousness. Concentrate ourselves in duty consciousness. Concentrate your whole energy and understand how to perform your duty. That is expected in you, and that is your best key to successful life. And it is universal, not only for you, everyone it is so. Concentrate your whole only on what is your duty. I think this is what I read last time about concentrating your duty, because it was really something really good to remember, to understand what is your duty and what it is necessary to do your duty. Keep yourself and do it to your best capacity and understanding. That is what is required of you. And the rest is on me, the Lord says. So the rest is up to Krishna, but we always try to do our duty no matter what our circumstances. And then I was thinking at that time, sometimes people say, well, I don't really know what my duty is. Gurudev didn't really give me anything specific. Actually, Gurudev has given all of us something very specific, the chanting, the hearing, the associating, the taking prasadam, offering prasadam, many things are our duty no matter where we are, in addition to maybe whatever other things, just supporting and maintaining our temples. And if we don't have temples, just at home, maintaining our spiritual life through the different ways that Gurudev has given us. So that was the great advice. This ends here. The great advice, general advice: hope to the hopeless, courage to the afraid. This is the very nectar of life. Heart within and God overhead. I think you're on mute, Maharaj. Yeah.
Srila Guru Maharaj uses quite a similar expression in his introduction, his own introduction to the Bhagavad Gita, the hidden treasure of the sweet absolute, where he's saying the Bhagavad Gita is giving hope to the hopeless, life for the new, life for the dying, like this very optimistic view giving there. And actually, everything you read, I honestly can't say whether you read that on the previous occasion or not, because I have heard the whole audio and I've heard parts of it again and again. And so the whole audio is becoming quite familiar. And it's one of those audios. It's 1 hour 12 minutes long, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's one of the longer ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that is, anyway, it's a great treasure for us all. So whether you read it or not, and whether we've repeated something or not, that actually doesn't matter too much, because I think we've repeated before one mantra, and it goes something like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we really can hear the same things again and again, ever fresh when they're spiritual topics. And that was Srila Guru Maharaj's reply to one devotee who, we know the devotee, we know the whole situation, who came to Gurudev, and he said, Gurudev, every year we're doing the same thing. We're coming to your Vyasa Puja, which that wasn't the criteria, but we're coming, this is to Guru Maharaj, Srila Maharaj. We're coming to your Vyasa Puja, but every year before coming, we're going to the same people, asking the donations for the same purpose, etc. And then Guru Maharaj said, this will all depend, how fresh it is and how living it is will depend whether or not we are really connected with the spiritual current of service. Or are we doing something as a formality, as a tradition, as like a duty, or we have to do? Or are we connected on the living plane, the actual devotional plane? Because the devotional plane, then we are repeating many things apparently. And Srila Guru Maharaj, he also said, we are repeating one mantra, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we are repeating many things in our life, but it will be fresh in accordance with how much really we are connected in our mood, our attitude to the transcendental plane. And only through service can we come to Vaikuntha, whether it's Goloka Vrindavan or the Narayan conception, or majestic conception of the Lord. Only we can enter the actual planets of Vaikuntha, the living plane of Vaikuntha, by devotion. So here's a big reminder too, that if we feel something is stale, if we think, oh, I've read it before, heard it before, no, let's pick up the newspaper, that'll have news in it, it happened today. If we have that tendency, we need to try to recognize it in us and try to wake up our living connection in the devotional plane. And to be optimistic, what's the first limb of surrender? Enthusiasm. And enthusiasm means optimistic. We'll be enthusiastic. The pessimist will say, oh, maybe I won't succeed. Why will I bother? And the optimist will say, yes, so much grace, I must hanker for a drop of that grace. I must try to make myself into a good receiver. Hare Krishna. And if you wish, I can select, or I was thinking, oh, maybe now Jeevan is going to read the transcript of one of my bookmarks, but she didn't. So if you wish, I just have to go back to one of my bookmarks.
Yes.
Here is a bookmark I have, and I can't promise that I remember exactly what it is, but it is in this exact file. And if you're listening to the file later on or any other time, it's not a secret bookmark. It is essentially starting at 22 minutes in, and I'm playing it off the loudspeaker, which is beside the microphone. So hopefully you can hear it okay. And let's see how we get on. As far as I recall, this is all quite clear as far as the talks of Srila Guru Maharaj, the quality of the recording goes. Okay, so I'll just play and see how we get on. And maybe, Jeevana, you can give a thumbs up or a medium or a thumbs down. Oh, sorry about my thumb. It's got a bandage on. about the audio, if it's like hearable or if it's just too distorted or something, just let me know. Okay, so Jai Shila Guru Maharaj Ki Jai from this same lecture.
Lord, Lord, the faith will help us to come out in flying color.
Maybe first I should just help the devotees along who don't really recognize Guru Maharaj's accent. Oh, well, now I've forgotten the word by word. So let us just hear again, and then just this first expression. I'm not going to interrupt all the time, but just to get us onto the train of deliverance of mercy from Gurudev, from Srila Guru Maharaj.
Faith will help us to come out in flying color.
The faith will help us to come out in flying colors. And that's an English or British expression, means to come out victorious throughout. So from there, and then we'll just listen, and then we'll mention a few things.
Faith will help us to come out in flying color. And the enemy isn't and this infinite universe only face to him that can save us. The highest intelligence should only take us to that sort of understanding. Otherwise we are lost. However big, it is only an infinitesimal part of the whole. So one cannot be proud of its magnitude. However greater it may seem, that is only a negligent part in the universe. So between small and big, it's not much difference. Only those that depend on the whole, they are enough. Otherwise, big and small, the difference is very small.
Okay, I don't want to play a long section if really it's too difficult for most to understand. But perhaps, Jivana, do you have this part is transcribed? Not? Oh, okay, all right. So essentially, so we didn't even listen to 2 minutes. I mean, very short, very few seconds of our day, we've been hearing Srila Guru Maharaj. But it is good to hear his voice, even if we don't recognize what he's saying. So what I will do this time, I will just play this minute and a little bit that we just played, but I'll break it. I'll stop and then just say what Guru Maharaj is saying, and then try to catch this.
And just so the devotees know, there is a transcript for a lot of these. The transcript's not always perfect, but it's helpful sometimes. So
yes, and by the way, the sound of cloth moving, and it's not me, I promise, it's not my cloth. It's actually, you know, Guru Maharaj would have the microphones often clipped to his cloth, and if he moves or like this, then you get the sound of the microphone touching the cloth. So just letting you know it's not me moving things around, it is on the recording. And also, we can, without seeing it, without seeing the recording, we can hear and feel the context.
Chintama left a nice note. You know, actually, it is very helpful if you want to stop and translate it, because I remember in the very beginning when we were first going to Guru Maharaj, always we would have classes and Goswami he'd play it and then he'd stop and explain it, or Yogi Maharaj or Yudamani, whoever was doing the class, they would stop and say it, because like you're saying, a lot of people, they're not accustomed to the intonation or accent of Guru Maharaj. I don't know. She mentioned it, and I thought that I remembered it from those early days.
Yes, And we do that in person with the devotees. I mean, when we're here, we play some part as well, because we want everyone to understand, and not only here. And the thing is, we have, well, I suppose we have unlimited time, don't we? We should think it that way. But when we're together in the temple room, we can go over 1 minute very easily with feedback, and devotees saying, oh, I didn't quite catch that. What does this mean? And then we sort of go through, maybe like we're doing now, 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, but it may take 10 minutes. And so we go through it, and then we play it again, that same very short section, after having kind of gone through and devotees become familiar with what's being said. And then when we play that short section again, mostly the devotees, they're catching, so this is what Guru Maharaj is saying. And this is what we want. We want to be able to receive that current. And part of it, not everything, is like recognizing the accent and the usage, the beautiful usage of English by Srila Guru Maharaj. Okay, so here we are. And the first part is Gaura Hari Bol.
Gaura Hari Bol. The faith will help us to come out in flying color under the any eventuality.
So the faith will help us to come out in flying colors under any eventuality.
And this infinite universe, only faith with him that can save us.
In this infinite universe, only faith to him, that can save us. That means
Any eventuality.
Okay.
And this infinite universe, only faith with him that can save us. The highest intelligence will only take us to that sort of understanding.
the highest intelligence of a person will only take us to that sort of understanding.
The highest intelligence will only take us to that sort of understanding. Otherwise, we have lost it. However big it is on.
Otherwise, we are lost. And then Guru Maharaj is saying, however big
It is only an infinitesimal part of the whole.
However big, it is only an infinitesimal part of the whole. And Srila Guru Maharaj has been talking about our intelligence, our understanding everything. So the highest intelligence, highest understanding is to come to this point, that only faith will help us come out in flying colors in all circumstances. Okay.
So one cannot be proud of this magnitude.
So one cannot be proud of his magnitude. Like, oh, I'm so intelligent and so learned.
So one cannot be proud of this magnitude. However greater it may seem, that is only a negligent part in the universe. So,
However big it may seem, that is only a negligent part in the universe. The greatest brains, the greatest understanding, intelligence. Acha, Jai Gauranga Prabhu just joined us here, giving Shashtanga Dandabhati Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. Okay, continuing.
between small and big, it's not much difference. Only only those that depend on the whole, they are together.
Between small and big, and Srila Guru Maharaj is referring to the small and big intelligence persons of this world. Between small and big, that is not very much difference. Then now I lost the words for the remainder, but we did hear them. Let's see.
Small and big, it's not much different. Only those that depend on the whole, they are together.
Only those that depend on the whole, they are the only gainer. They are gainer, perhaps. That's, you see, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. We're tested even with a few words, what to speak of anything else.
Between small and big, it's not much difference. Only those that depend on the whole, they are together.
They are gainer.
They are gainer. Whereas big and small, the difference is very small.
They are gainer. Otherwise, big and small, the difference is very small. And this is in reference to this world. Of course, all these things we have to take in the context of what Srila Guru Maharaj is saying.
Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. That's a huge to the highest authority. There is to keep faith and huge dispensation in the.
All right. So actually, so now it's just over 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we run over our time. Okay. So in the context of what we were just saying, how hearing the words, hearing it a little bit broken down, then of course it stop, start, stop, start. So that 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'm going to play continuously. And you've heard just now what are the words and trying to express also in the context that Srila Guru Maharaj is speaking. So now, please try to hear this 1 minute, 30 seconds. And it's not a long time in your life. So here we are. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai.
Gaur Hari Bol. The faith will help us to come out in flying color. Under the any event. And this infinity universe only is within that can save us. The highest intelligence will only take us to that sort of understanding. And when we are lost it, however big, it is only an infinitesimal part of the whole. So one cannot be proud of this magnitude. However greater it may seem, that is only a negligent part in the universe. So between small and big, it's not much difference. Only those that depend on the whole, they are together. They are together. Whereas big and small, the difference is very small. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. That's a huge to the highest authority.
Hare Krishna. Then Srila Guru Maharaj is continuing, take refuge to the highest authority, ... And you can hear the ... by downloading or going to this link that Seva Rupa Devirasi, she's reposted it because those who maybe joined us very recently, the links and chat from earlier on, then I know in Zoom you don't see them. So yes, Ashapurna asked, I'm wondering whether if the audio that was just playing is from the recent link that is in this chat. The answer is yes, it is. And the audio that's just playing, everything is wonderful in that talk. It just happened to be that we selected from 22 minutes, for the next 1.5 minutes, which means until 23:30, that way. And it's there for everyone. And as Jeevana said, actually, I'm listening to the audio. I don't actually have the video in front of me. I'm listening to the audio only, so I can't say whether the captions are correct or not. But often the captions are helpful, but they can be incorrect. I mean, we just have to say it like that. So sometimes if there's something which seems a little odd, just keep on listening. It may be that who's transcribed it, they've transcribed in good faith, but maybe haven't quite caught the words. Hare Krishna. Well, I see there is a question from Narottam Nitai Prabhu. It says, only if there is time for a question. But is it in connection with the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas? I understand that we are on the path to be Vaishnavas, but are we to work as the others to get there, such as Arjuna? Okay, I'll read, because I've already kind of half read it aloud. I'll read Narottam Nitai Prabhu's question. He says, as we are in the Brahma Madhva, should be Madhva, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and Madhva because it's Lord Brahma is receiving originally from Krishna, and Madhva Charja is our line, Madhva line, Gaudiya through Mahaprabhu, Vaishnava worshipping the Supreme Lord, Sampradaya. So as we are in the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, how do we know or come to understand if we are meant to be Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, etc.? I understand that we are on the path to be Vaishnavas, but are we to work as the others to get there, such as Arjuna? The main point is we need to serve the Lord and serve the Lord under the guidance of the pure Vaishnavas. And that guidance has been given in abundance from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. From Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Whatever order you wish to say, from all three, they have given us so much guidance. And their guidance, we can see, was that universally try to spread the message of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada wanted the devotees to come and hear from Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj has presented, like today, very straightforward direction for everybody. And we never heard Guru Maharaj or Gurudev like splitting up the devotee. Oh, you are a Shudra, you can't listen to this and you must do that. Or you are a Brahmana, you're not meant to be cleaning the drains. Not like that at all. The opposite, that we're all basically human, and therefore we have this opportunity to catch the current of Mahaprabhu's mercy. And especially when we must consider that when somehow with all the unlimited options in the world of different kinds of anything, even on the path of searching for good things, there are unlimited good options, you can say, for doing good here, doing good there, doing this meditation, doing those exercises, doing this charity, this penance. But we've somehow come in touch by the Lord's grace with Mahaprabhu's current. Mahaprabhu's current is not considering any mundane qualification. We just heard from Guru Maharaj. We mustn't be proud of our brilliance if we're a very erudite scholar. We mustn't be proud of anything. That between big and small in this world, it's almost the same thing. The main thing is we need to have faith. And the best intelligence which really comes to be intelligent, will come to see that faith in the Lord is everything. And so we need to do whatever we can to cultivate that faith. because that is the most valuable thing. And Srila Guru Maharaj was very careful to protect devotees' faith. They've come from nowhere and gathered their faith together to come to march towards Krishna, to search for Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful. So what direction we can get from them, that we will try to follow. And really, there is so much direction in page after page, chapter after chapter, book after book, lecture, talk after talk of our masters, as we are hearing now. So we will try as far as possible to be focused on the path of seva, service, doing what's required of us. And, let's be honest, chanting Hare Krishna, this has been really given to us. And so we need to chant our japa, we need to be faithful to the instructions that's been given to everybody at the time of initiation, whether highly qualified or you can say simple-hearted, or whether rich or poor or this or that. We've all been given the Maha Mantra to chant. This seed has been given, cultivate the seed, look after that plant so that the unwanted creepers don't grow beside it, protect it from the mad elephants and the other animals which are out there to give danger to the growing plant, and give nourishment to that. So we may think that physical things are seva, but we've been given a lot of internal seva to do. And then the physical things, when we can come in contact with the devotees, we may get some direction. Yes, you can help with this, you can help with that. And of course, the ashram, to be in a temple for some time, is the opportunity to be engaged 24 hours a day in doing the chanting of Hare Krishna, you can say the invisible side of the seva. But a big part of the invisible side of seva is what we've been hearing from today from Guru Maharaj, both in this short recording, the short excerpt, and in the transcript that Jivana was sharing with us before. And that's all internal. So often we hear from Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, it's not so much what we do, but the consciousness we do it in. And, we may think, oh, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Brahmana, this, that, and the other. But in Kali Yuga, it's also mentioned in the scriptures that we are all born as Shudras. So let's not get too proud of anything. As Guru Maharaj said just now, not to be proud of our greatness, however great it may be, that I've got this PhD, that PhD, this, that, and the other. If it is the only purpose of all of this great knowledge is to establish and protect and develop our faith in the Lord, His devotees, their instructions, and we are all born Shudra, which in one sense is good, because the Shudra is there to serve the others, and we are Vaishnavas. We are here to serve the devotees and the devotees of the devotees. And the devotees of the devotees of the devotees of the devotees. This is Mahaprabhu's expression. Not that, oh, I won't do something because we haven't heard it from Mahaprabhu, or from like this, like this, like this. And recently, we had the association of Sri Lekha and Kumkum and others who were engaged under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada in the 1970s. But it's not that they made this point, it's not that, oh, only we do something if Srila Prabhupada has told us. But they are asked by, the local representative, you can say administration, but how Srila Prabhupada arranged his mission. Then they're asked, go and open a center in this place, go and open a center somewhere else. And they take it on their heads. This is service to Srila Prabhupada. And not that, oh no, if only Srila Prabhupada tells me, why shall I go to all that trouble? Not like that. So we are here in the world aspiring to be connected through service and to be connected through the Vaishnavas. And we need to be humble, tolerant, give honor to others, not want honor for ourselves. And we need to adjust our life in the most optimistic way, as we are being given every day, day by day, in our readings, with our masters. We are reading now, but we were with our masters. We were with Guru Maharaj and Gurudev when they're talking each day. It's not that, they're talking upstairs and we're going to go and read a book. And so really the talking is an extension of that reading. The reading is an extension of the talking, that we can still hear those talks of Guru Maharaj. And even literally we can still hear. I mean, previously it would be only in the written book form. But now we have the written book form and we have the recorded audio form. Now we have it. Who knows in the future? These things get lost, or whatever happens. Where are so many things that have been from the past generations? So we'll go forward and remembering Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, not making distinction between the castes of this world, but making some distinction about capacity. I mean, who can you give appropriate service to? Who can do different appropriate things? The hard work to the strong man, the brainy work to the, to the brainy person. Need to give some appropriate savor. But all the savor was centered around the practice and sharing of Mahaprabhu's message, with our feet on the ground and with our head looking upwards. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mattal Harijana Kirtana Rangi, this idea. I just saw Chintamani's name on the screen, and I first saw Christmas, but it's actually Chintamani. I don't have my specs on, the writing's very small, please excuse me, but you see, Christmas vibration is in the air. Hare Krishna. And to all of you, Priya Sundari Devirasi joined us also, Narayani Nadia, our eternal youth. Yes, Dayal Nitai Prabhu, Priya Sundari Devi. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, we went walking in the mountains, Dayal Nitai Prabhu. Not to the glacier and to the icebergs, but still, we went up in the mountains. Jai Gauranga Prabhu. He thought it was severe, but we felt it was a little gentle. He's from New Zealand, the North Island, South Island, they probably a bit more mountain conscious. Anyway, we had a beautiful day with the devotees, and when we got to the top, we had our lunch and 360-degree vision. Remembering Krishna's energy, all the material, any wonderful thing we see, we must remember it's just coming from a spark of Krishna's wonderful energy. And so we touched some snow, but it wasn't really snow. It was just where it hadn't thawed. But all around we could see the Alps vista all the way around with the snowy mountains. So for those of you in Thailand, where there is no snow, then you can see the world is full of variety. And today is Midsummer's Day for the penguins and for the Australians and the New Zealanders. It's their Midsummer Day. And it's Midwinter Day for those who live in Murmansk and other northern hemisphere places. St. Petersburg also, very short days, Latvia. So all kinds of varieties on planet Earth. But whatever variety, we need to be Krishna-centered. And it's all about faith. And Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev was seeing a National Geographic, or there's another, he was given a whole set of DVDs at that time. I don't know if they still have DVDs, very old-fashioned technology, but they had, Gurudev was given sets of National Geographic and another similar kind of set of DVDs. And one day was seeing, just it's on, and he's seeing about the Eskimos and their lifestyle, and everything that they eat is coming from fish or reindeer and animals like this. Everything, they basically, their bread and also, and their clothing, everything is coming from them. And Gurudev is watching, and then Gurudev looking, and then Gurudev said, we can give them Harinam, because that's their food that's been given to them. That's their food, that's their circumstance. They don't have vegetables. We can give them Harinam, Gurudev saying like that. Quite extraordinary. Because that's their life. And now they are living in midnight, or not midnight, they're living in midwinter, where it is, 100% dark all the year. All the year, all the day. Hare Krishna. And it was interesting to see how they make, well, I didn't get the recipe, but how to make bread out of reindeer meat. Anyway, that's only a life hack for Eskimos, of which none of you are Eskimos, so let's not go there. Hare Krishna. So, please do take a note of the link in the chat box. Oh, that's not it. The link in the chat box for this audio. And I can only say it's a recommendation of the heart to listen to, even if you listen to it already, to again listen to it. I'm listening to it now at least the second week, and we're listening to the same audio. And there is no shortage of little clips that we can think about and hear. And Jeevana will be with us 1 week today. She's not able to come on the weekend, but at the 1 week today, she'll be back with us.
She's there.
Yes. She's with us on Wednesdays in the distant, remote Americas, or in the rest of the world on Thursday morning. Well, we hardly have time for a question, do we? What else is in the chat box? Yes, there are chats in the chat box. Ashapurna, yes, we answer. Chintamani, it helps, yes. Inconceivable, amazing, Ashapurna. Unlimited grace, Tongarasa. There is unlimited grace, and an expression that Gurudev did often use, especially earlier, was we need to make ourselves into a good receiver. And he used the example of the radio. The radio has got so many transistors and whatever else is inside, electrical components. And under the guidance of an expert, then you can get those components and put them together and you have a radio. So under the guidance of an expert, we need to gather together our devotional ingredients and then become an expert, become a receiver. Under the guidance of the expert, we need to make ourselves into a good receiver. And there are unlimited radio channels and everything else out there. And we just need to make ourselves a good receiver of that wavelength which is coming from above, not the wavelength of this and that and the other of this material world. And in our day, we had a radio where you tune with the knob, get rough tuning, then fine tuning, like that. This example, Gurudev liked, and we need to be able to make ourselves into a good receiver, get our rough tuning and then our fine tuning, and then quickly come home to Krishna. And Priya Sundari, oh yes, can somebody send the link again? And your countryman, country brother Leela Moy Prabhu has done just that. He's put it from Govinda Farm into the chat box. Hare Krishna. And anyway, Hare Krishna. Okay, oh well, we're also 1 hour over, but 1.5 minutes to hearing Guru Maharaj, and we heard probably like 5 or 8 minutes of Guru Maharaj in transcript form from Jivana. And this, hopefully, for all of us, if we can receive this nicely, then we can be good receivers of these messages. Make our life successful today, not wait till tomorrow, but today, what is in our hand. And Nadia Sundari also in Thailand has shown, is giving us darshan of Sri Guru Gauranga Gandhav, Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda Sundar. If I got the names of the deities correct, please excuse me if not, but I believe that is correct. Correct, Nadia Sundari?
Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda Sundar Giridhari Ju Ki Jai.
Ah, yes, Giridhari, and 2 Girirajis are there,
Yes.
I believe, one in the left side little altar place and the right side little altar place of that large altar. Jai, Shri Gupta Govardhan ki Jai, Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Navadip ki Jai, and the deities, Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's deities, Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju ki Jai.
Jai.
And Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai, Shri Navadip Dham ki Jai, Jai Shri Ganga Mai ki Jai, Shri Jamuna Mai ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai, Shri Purushottam Dham ki Jai. Jai, all the assembled devotees ki Jai, Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And Jai Bhagavan, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Jai Srila Satchitananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai. All of the devotees here with us, ki Jai, and all the Ananta Koti Vaishnava, unlimited millions and millions of devotees, actually, ki Jai. And
Srila Bhaktiranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai.
Shriman Mahaprabhu, Nitayan Gauranga ki Jai, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. There's so many Jais. Srimati Tulasi Devi ki Jai. And Vila Govinda Ashram ki Jai. Why not? We are here.
Jai.
And the impartial opinion of the Vila Govinda Ashram residents, the most beautiful deities in the world, impartial opinion, Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Gandhavika Gopinath Ju ki Jai, and Giriraj Balagopal Ju ki Jai. All right, dear devotees, we'll see each other very soon. Chant Hare Krishna, be happy. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha, kripa sindhubhya evacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj. Amra Ashchi, we are coming. Hare Krishna.